Welcome to another Berry Patch book review. Today I shall be reviewing Star Wars Canto Bight. It's a collection of 4 short stories. The first short story is entitled Rules of the Game and it is by Saladin Ahmed. I apologize if I'm butchering that name. And all the other names I'm going to be reading. Hear Nothing, See Nothing, Say Nothing by Carson, The Wine in Dreams by Mira and The Ride by John Jackson Miller. So, just so you know, I will be giving my individual ranking for each of these 4 stories. I'll be ranking them in my order from favorite to least favorite. I'll give my how many stars out of 5, and also the overall. But to begin with, this is not my favorite Star Wars book. I just gotta admit it, it's not my favorite. The entire premise of a casino planet town, designed for luxury, indulging the rich, I just don't find that appealing. But I did find one of these stories extremely compelling. I liked the dynamic of it. I liked the story and the message that it essentially told. It was a good story. The other stories, not so much. One of them I did enjoy for more the action packedness, but most of them I just found the stories overall to be a bit too pompous for my personal tastes. You may disagree with me, you probably will, but I just found the entire story to be just too pompous. Except for the first one I'm going to talk about, which is actually the second story. Hear Nothing, See Nothing, Say Nothing is by far my favorite of the 4 short stories presented in Canto Bight. I liked how I had dealt with a father and his adopted human daughter, him just trying to remain kind of not in the shadows, but just low-key, not drawing attention to himself and his family. I really did like that. I also liked how I think his name was Luxo, was willing to do pretty much anything to keep his daughter safe and make sure that he was able to rescue her. I just kind of liked that in how that story is presented. A father's love for his daughter, even though she was adopted. It's just a good story overall. That's why I think it's my favorite, and I give that one 4 stars out of 5. My next favorite is The Ride, which happens to be the last story in the collection. I didn't care for this one as much because I just really because it talked a lot about gambling, and I'm not a supporter of gambling. I feel like it's a very risky endeavor, even if you know what you're doing. But I did like I did kind of like the story as a whole. The characters involved, they were compelling, especially the supporting characters. I actually found them to be a bit more compelling than the main character. But I did kind of like it for more the humor involved in the story than anything, and like if you took out the gambling aspects of it and just card playing, in my opinion, a very good story. I did find that pretty enjoyable, and I also am giving it 4 stars out of 5, namely because I did like the characters and the story was pretty good. I just really didn't like how so much of the story was driven by gambling, but I did like how the gambling was because the person was trying to pay off debt. So if he had gambled in the first place, he would have not needed the loans to get this debt. So yeah, but it was nevertheless a pretty good story. My third favorite, or you can call it my second least favorite, is Rules of the Game by Saladin Ahmed. It's the first one, and this one was where I really noticed I did not care for the book as a whole. I just didn't like it that much. Captain Shortclop, I'm sure he was an entertaining character. I did actually kind of like his cameo in the ride. So kind of, just didn't find him all that compelling as a whole, nor the other main character in the book, but it was a good story. And yes, it was a good story. I just did not find the characters compelling at all. So I gave it 3 stars out of that short story, 3 stars out of 5. Maybe if I found the characters more compelling, I might have given it a 4 out of 5. Just I did not find the characters compelling, but it was a good story. And lastly is The Wine of Dreams by Mira Grant, and I really did not like this one. It was a okay story. I did not like the characters at all. Uh, I don't know nothing about people who are wine connoisseurs and all that, so it didn't appeal to me on that level. I don't drink, so it didn't appeal to me from the consumption standpoint of wine. I just did not like it. Though in my opinion it was well written, I just did not like the story, and I did not like the characters, except for the one supporting character who I forget her name, but was essentially a clerk who got drafted to be the personal server to 2 twin sisters. Did like the intrigue and mystery surrounding those 2 sisters, but didn't care for them as a whole. Just I like the mystery around them. But that one clerk kind of like that character because it really helped show the darker side of Canto Bight. Maybe another reason why I kind of like hear nothing, say nothing, hear nothing, see nothing, say nothing. Kind of the same. You get to see the more darker side of Canto Bight, and I guess I kind of like that. But anyhow, for the Wine of Dreams, because I did not like the characters nor the story, but I do recognize it was well written, I'm giving it 2 stars out of 5. So that's each story breaking down as a whole, and a tiny little bit about the book as a whole, which I just didn't care for. And so my rating for this whole book as a whole is 3 stars out of 5. That is the average of all the ratings for each individual book, novella, and then 0.25 taken off. It was actually going, if I went with the pure average, it would have been 3.3 stars out of 5, but I felt like it did not deserve that high of a score, because I just didn't like the book as a whole. Yes, there were some stories that were good, just as a whole, my enjoyment was not that great, so I'm considering it essentially a pretty average book for me. Now, what I always talk about, what would I change about the book? Show more of the darker elements of Canto Bight and not painting it so much as a paradise. That's the main thing I would have changed. Things I would have added, again, more of the darker elements of Canto Bight. Yeah, that's probably about it. A few other things I want to talk about. The main character in Hear Nothing, See Nothing, Say Nothing. Because I've looked on the wiki to see what that character looked like, and not at all what I predicted. And if you guys have watched the Great Mouse Detective by Disney, I kind of imagine looking somewhat like Ratigan from there. Kind of the deep voice, maybe a bit more slouched over, maybe, but that's kind of what I pictured Luxor to look like. And then I see the picture and like, okay, not at all what I thought he looked like. So yeah, just something intriguing kind of thought. Another thing about that story, Hear Nothing, See Nothing, Say Nothing, it reminded me of the character Sergeant Schultz from the TV show Hogan's Heroes. It was, I believe, it was a show on CBS from the 60s, and that character's main line was, "I see nothing," or "I hear nothing." Basically, he said basically, I see nothing, I hear nothing. Like that and that's like I kind of like that connection I drew there. You guys probably not everyone would have made that connection. Some of you guys probably have not. It depends if you have seen Hogan's Heroes or not. And I have a feeling if Hogan's Heroes was on today, Sergeant Schultz would have become a meme because of his lines. But I did like that parallel. Whether Ray Carson kind of was consciously aware of that or not, I do kind of like that parallel to that one character who just kind of wants to stay in the background and not really be noticed, not cause any trouble. Kind of like that connection there. Thank you for watching this video. I would love to hear from you. What did you think of Star Wars Canto Bight or each of its individual short stories? Let me know in the comments down below. Also consider following me on social media, Facebook and Twitter. You can also let me know your thoughts on Canto Bight there as well. Also consider support me on Patreon for as little as $1 per month. Not only do you help support my content, support me as a creator, but you also get extra content such as commentaries on select videos and sneak peeks on videos and maybe just some exclusive content that nobody else can see. Well, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel for future book reviews. And as always, have a good day, a good night, wherever you are. May the force be with you, and read some books.